good morning, Glide. Good morning, Glide. I appreciate you. I honor you. I treasure you. Grateful to be here with you. Happy Writers Church. It is Writers Church Sunday. I'm so excited to have you here with me creatively. Hopefully you'll be writing with me throughout the service, and hopefully you will feel inspired to do so. As we continue to celebrate Native American Heritage Month, we've been honoring the poetry of Joy Harjo, and I also want to share my land acknowledgement as written by myself and kinfolks. My name is Ramona Brook Webb, and I am Afro Creek Muskogee. As individuals seeking social justice, we recognize the importance of committing to the everyday work of deepening our understanding of the history and actions of that have led each of us to exist on this land, North America. So we begin this powerful work with a land acknowledgement. We intentionally recognize and respect Indigenous people as the traditional stewards of this land and honor the enduring relationship that exists between Indigenous people and traditional Indigenous territories. We acknowledge the Ohlone people and all Indigenous people whose traditional and unceded territories we are gathered upon today. We acknowledge the overlapping histories of this region, including the continuing conditions of stolen Indigenous land and power, in addition to the ongoing violence produced by the legacy of racialized slavery and oppression. We acknowledge the overlapping histories of this region. We also recognize that the institutions and industrial complexes with which we struggle within have been complicit in the erasure of history and continue to benefit from and perpetuate processes of colonization, broken treaties, racism, colorism, bi-homo transphobia, misogyny, dispossession, and displacement. Let us take a moment to extend our deepest thanks, gratitude, and appreciation to our shared ancestors, present elders, and emerging elders. Let us reflect in silence and then be mindful of conducting our work using words, actions, and intentions that demonstrate the honor and appreciation we extend to the Ohlone people and all Indigenous peoples whose lands we sit and stand upon. And in honor of the traditional stewards of these lands, let us take a deep collective breath together in silence. 1, 2, 3, deep breath in, church. Thank you for taking a moment of silence and a moment of breath for the traditional stewards of these lands. I appreciate you. Thank you for that honor and celebration of Native American Heritage Month and the Indigenous peoples who are the original stewards of our spaces. I appreciate you, I honor you, and I'm grateful to you, and that is what we're going to talk about today is gratitude. We are in gratitude season. This is the time, this is the place. We are here, and gratitude is a noun. The quality of being thankful, readiness to show appreciation for and to return kindness. Again, gratitude is a noun. The quality of being thankful, readiness to show appreciation for and to return kindness. What does it mean for us to live in the practice of gratitude? What does it mean for us to walk out into our lives and experience them from the perspective of what we do have and not what we don't? From the perspective of what we have overcome and not what we have not yet to oversee? What does it mean for us to look at our success and not our failures, look at the life story that holds us and that has led us to being here right now and say to ourselves, I was successful, I made through it, I lived through it. There are some myriad of things that have happened to each and every one of us in our lives that have led for us to be here right now. And it is a gift that we are present, is it not, church? We didn't have to make it, but we did. We didn't have to be here, but we are. We are a miracle in action. We are gratitude in practice. Our life journey has led us to be right here, right now, and that is no accident. You are not here by mistake. You are here with intention, with purpose, and with clarity, with value and worthiness and dignity. And it's something no one needs to give to you. You were born with it. And as we live in this life with gratitude, if we stand in this practice, we have a world that allows us to celebrate what is possible, focusing our energetic vibration on hope, on joy. This is what moves us forward. Right now, we are living in a time period where the world around us is crying out to us, stand on your purpose. Get there right now. It has made it very, very clear what we must do, what we stand for, what we believe in, what we hold to our hearts as true and necessary in the world. It's made you very clear recently, I believe, what it is that you feel is absolutely necessary and worthy of your time, your energy, your thought, and who you are as a being. So when we find purpose, when we stand in purpose, which life right now is definitely calling us into purpose, it's a matter of us moving in action. What does it mean for hope to be in action? What does it mean for joy to be a movement of activism? How do we activate that part of ourselves? How do we take the different parts of our stories that have led us here, the parts that were ups and the parts that were downs and the parts that we don't even want to talk about or admit ever happened in the first place? How do we take that medicine and move it from testament into testimonial? Where are we in that? Because when we stand in our own truth, when we are able to be our authentic selves, when we are able to see our purpose, hold on to the truth that exists as us in the world, when we hold to unconditional love as our meter, as our tempo, as our measure of grace and accomplishment, then we are here radiating joy. We are here radiating hope. We are the affirmation. We are the change, and everybody gets to see it. They get to believe in it. They get to feel it through the testimony that is our lives, the experiences that we've had, what you offer into the world by just existing as you. Every time you smile in somebody else's direction and they smile back, don't you feel good? Don't they feel good? It's just that simple. This is gratitude in action. This is joy in practice. All we're doing is offering up the goodness that exists already within ourselves and reflecting it back to the person sitting next to you, the communities that's sitting with you, the legacy that's upholding you, the ancestry that got you here, and saying, look, I come to you with my generations of joy, generations of hope, generations of testimonial and testimony. That's how we got here, and this is what I've come to share with you in this world. That's who we are as a people. Practicing gratitude, living into this vibration of unconditional love that offers a pathway to embrace what is seen and unseen, what is known and unknown, because we have to step out on faith. When we are not sure about the motion ahead, the movement ahead, what we're doing, where we're going, how we're going to get there, what's going to happen next, we've got to step out on faith. We have to believe that the same steps we took forward to get to where we are right now, and we all have had moments of doubt, moments of shadow, moments where we were not sure, that we had to overcome, and they've got stories behind it. There's joy behind it. There's a little bit of sadness behind it, but most of all, there is a point. There is a movement. There is a measure of greatness that is happening. This growth in character, this stamina in your stability, this creation of standard, of value, of worthiness. It's all necessary in order for us to be who we are, and for us to stand in our authenticity and be proud of it. To say what we think and feel and stand on it, stand up for it, move in a place of joyful activism in it, because we are worthy and we must reflect that worthiness to those who still need to know that the light needs to shine. Because some of us are still trying to find the light. Some of us still don't know that we're beautiful, that we're brilliant, that we're worthy and we're valuable. Some of us are still looking for that desire, still looking for somebody to reach out a hand in response to their reaching out a prayer. You are an answer to that prayer. We are an answer to that prayer, church. We as Glide Memorial Church, those who are here in this space and those who are out and sharing with us, even beyond in our technical experience of Glide. We are what is movement in this country, in this world. We are a rock in a pond of joy. What you are and what you reflect is what it begins this. And then that ripple effect becomes a wave. And that wave becomes a creation of goodness that surrounds and keeps us all. In the same way when you feel this room filled with this church, filled with music, filled with energy, filled with the vibration of our voices, filled with the vibration of our stories, filled with the vibration of our recovery, filled with the vibration of our resilience. You know it, you feel it, you hear it. And now all we have to do is move into the world and reflect it, not just for ourselves, but for those who can't see it yet. You sometimes have to be able to see for others. And that's what living in gratitude allows us to do. That's what holding on to hope allows us to do. That's what standing in joy allows us to do. It allows us to see ourselves as far as we can see and others to see even further for us. It allows us to see the greatness and the joy in others who are not aware of their reflection just yet. It allows us to be the moment of prayer in the world, to be a movement of action that shows us grace and surrender. We have to let go and let God fall in faith and know that this unconditional love will rise to meet us in all times, in all testimonial moments, knowing that our vulnerability is what we are needing right now, because it calls us forward into purpose. This is where our purpose is derived. This is insular. This is internal. This is what we are born with, and no one can take it away from you, because no one had to give it to you in the first place. You were born this way. That intuition, that guidance, that inner knowing, you were born with it. that dignity, that beauty, that undeniable perfection, and I mean perfection, that is you. You are perfectly where you need to be right now, perfectly moving on to where you need to be. That perfection, that is you, is present, is intentional, is necessary, and is inspiring. It is surrender. We walk in serenity in this when we stand, and we stand with each other in gratitude. This is what it looks like to be in faith. We don't need to turn our way against, we don't need to push against what other people feel, believe, or feel comfortable with. What we need to be doing is embracing, not calling people out, calling people in. We have to call folks into where we are, into hope, into joy, into surrender, into peace, into faith, into God, into alignment, into affirmation, into universal truth. Whatever the place of belief lands for you, you must call it in. So that we know that we are not just claiming it, we are being it. We are not just talking about it, we are living it. We're not just saying it, we are standing on it. This is where we draw our line. Because we are a good news, aren't we, church? We are good news in action. We are wafting off in joy in practice. We are happiness waiting to unfold. We are a sweetness in song. We are a surrender in swing. You just must know that you are purposeful, meaningful, necessary. This moment wouldn't even be the same without you. I am seeing you. I am hearing you. I am feeling you. Each and every vibration in this room is necessary for it to feel this way, for us to hold this way, for us to understand what community and family looks like, for us to be able to take this insular joy that we create by being together in community, by standing together in prayer and in meditation and in action and in intention, because this is what we take out into the world. This is what we offer up to our families. This is what we stand for in our legacy. This is what our ancestry has brought us forward to do. There were thousands and thousands and thousands of people that had to come together to make you. Generation upon generation that had to come together to create your goodness in the world, and we won't deny it. We're going to stand on it, stand in it, and celebrate it. Because embracing unconditional love nurtures the resilience that we need in life's vulnerable moments. We've got to hold on to something. There are always moments that are going to come and challenge us, that's going to say, you know what, I see you saying that you're going to live in this unconditional love and all of this joy and faith, and I'm going to now test it. I'm just going to push it just a little bit to see if you really meant that. But this is what is necessary. We've got to hold to it. This is the way we inspire joy. This is the way we inspire hope. We have to nurture resilience as a practice, as an activist movement. We have to know that in these vulnerable moments that we have this prayer of patience to hold on to, this act of visibility to continue, that we have to be in a place of radical acceptance, radical love, that we move from a place of just surviving into thriving. This is the prayer forward. This is the movement into hope and faith and action. This is what unconditional love provides for us, so we can nurture what is necessary and enable for us to get through. And sometimes that's all you can do is get through, and that is more than enough. Just be is also just more than enough. Just being who you are sometimes is hard enough, is its own journey. And knowing that there are the same lows, we know that there are highs to this, that there are valleys and that there are mountaintops, that there are peaks and that there is wind and sun and rain and there is a beautiful sky above and that there is earth and water and a complete place of journey on the earth below. And it requires all of these experiences to take us forward. Our life is meant to shift, to change. How else can you have empathy for others when they're in pain, if you have not experienced anything uncomfortable of your own? How else can you uplift other people if you have never seen a darkness that you didn't know you were going to create light out of? How else can we be that? So this is not wrong. You are everything right. You have been everything right. That's the only way you can land in this place of unconditional love and gratitude right now. Thank you for this church. Thank you for this love. Thank you for this peace. Thank you for this generosity. Thank you for this inspiration of joy and hope. Like I said, gratitude is a noun. And it is the quality of being thankful, a readiness to show appreciation for and to return kindness. Gratitude is still a state of being, an act of goodness, a joyful noise, a surrender to sweetness, a force of the whole heart. It is a commitment to thankfulness, and that's what we are. We are full of thanks, knowing that we are the wave that will create change. We are praising. We are holding the serenity of good mornings and good nights and I love yous and future telling. We are testimonial to testament. We are families in motion. We are communities in action. We are peace and we are prayer. We are recovery and resilience. We are ready and we are sure. We are valuable and worthy, and we are not in denial about the perfection that exists as us in the world. And in this place of humanity, I give you my grace. I offer us this love. From this place of humanity, we sit in the stillness of faith, we surrender to unconditional love, and we live on a journey of gratitude. Thank you so much, Glide Memorial Church. Good morning to you. Happy Writers Church to you. And happy Love Ship, Life Ship, Hope, Gratitude season to you.